All right, everybody, good afternoon and welcome. This is Stick and Hack Reacts. I'm your host, Adam Grubb from Stick and Hack. That's Keith Stewart from ESPN Radio New York and host of the Pro Show and Read the Line. And it is Monday. It is January the 24th, 2022. Keith, was there golf this weekend? Because all I know is I was glued to Fox, CBS, and NBC all weekend watching football. Last night was one of the greatest games I've ever seen, one of the greatest 2 minutes in sports I've ever seen. And the fact that there was golf over the weekend and that anybody was watching it is a shock. Max Homa even said, how is golf supposed to compete with this? Your reaction, first of all, to the weekend in sports and football. And then we get into what we came to know and love, which is our weekly reactions of the PGA and LPGA.
Well, I tell you, it's good to be alive, Adam. That's all I can tell you. I mean, it's unbelievable. You make a big deal about the Bills and the Chiefs. How about the end of that Rams game?
Crazy.
The look on Brady's face was just amazing. And, you know, the slugfest on Saturday night, it just really, really quality theater from athletes that are just trying their best. I love it. I mean, I know you love it. It's just great stuff. You know, I don't feel bad for the American Express or the LPGA start. We all have choices of when we can do these things. But to try to go toe-to-toe with that type of theater yesterday, it's a rough one. That's for sure.
And to top it off, when I did switch back over to the American Express, and I saw on 16 Hudson Swafford hit an eagle, and then I said to myself, who's Hudson Swafford? And then I saw that he had 3 strokes lead. I'm like, well, this thing's over. I got to watch exactly one hole, maybe even one putt, and that was enough for me for the Amex. I know that's not what we want to hear. However, that was my Sunday. So let's go right to it. Your reaction, Keith Stewart, to the American Express. Hudson Swafford, your winner, with a timely eagle on 16 to cruise in to a victory. It was tight. It was close. But that was quickly upended with an incredible eagle on 16. Your reaction to the American Express PGA?
I don't know. Who cares? I mean, honestly, I got to give you 2 big thumbs up because you actually turned over at the right time. You saw the shot of the tournament. Even the guys playing in it were probably checking their phones to see what the football scores were and where their bets were and everything. Yeah. I mean, it pretty much doesn't kind of make any sense to have this big elaborate show out there in Palm Springs when you know that you're going head to head, especially in prime time, against that game last night. So I don't know. I mean, I know the PGA Tour wants to have an event every week. It's like 53 weeks a year, but sometimes, you know, discretion is the better part of valor. I mean, congratulations to Hudson Swafford. You talk about this guy. In the last 5 years, he's had 3 wins. He's won almost $10 million in his career. You don't even know who he is. If you were standing next to him in an airport, you would never know, other than that he's maybe taller than you, you know? You know, the guy shot 70, 65, 66, 64. It's great, you know? Don't get me wrong. Cantley, top 10, Rahm, 14th. I mean, the highlight of the whole golf of the weekend was Rahm's soundbite. Did you catch that on Twitter?
Yes, I believe I did. About the greens?
Well, about the tournament in general.
Yeah, that it was easy.
Piece of expletive putting contest. You could fill in whatever you want there, but they are the worst words you could choose. So, you know, and that's the number 1 player in the world.
Yeah.
You know, which you know begs a question like, well, then why are you there? You know what that tournament is like. Just to give you an example of how irrelevant this tournament is, Hudson Swafford just won by 2 shots. Okay? Over a bunch of names that you wouldn't even know if you had studied for Jeopardy. Okay? And
Molinari, I know him.
Great. All right. He was 6th. Okay? Brian Harmon, Lanto Griffin, and Lee Hodges. Right? Okay? You went to college with Lee Hodges and you don't even know him.
They sound like old college buddies.
You don't even know these guys.
Me and Hodges going down to the casino late night. Me and Hodge. I called him Hodge back in the day, Keith.
So the reason I kind of give it a thumbs down, Adam, is that because if you look at the opening odds for the Farmers this week, the Torrey Pines event, you know, which everyone calls kind of
6 hours.
Yeah, what they call kind of the start of the season. Mm-hmm. All right, Hudson Swafford just won by 2 on the PGA Tour. His opening odds to win the Farmers is 100 to 1.
Right.
So I mean, take a break, watch some football, whatever. I mean, give us a break. I don't know, whatever. Just move along.
I say give us a break, and this goes back to what I've talked about for a year with you, Keith, is that it's too much golf. It is just too much golf. We just give us a break. Give us some time off. Let us enjoy some other sports, and then we'll come back to the thing. All right. Next up, LPGA.
Moving along.
And this is unfortunate timing for the LPGA because they had a really cool format, a really cool tournament. It's let me see if I can get this right. I did not write this down, so I'm going to do my best, okay, from memory. The Hilton Garden Tournament of Champions Hyatt Resort Marriott Bon Voyage Tournament. Yes? Close?
You must have stayed in a Holiday Inn Express last night.
What's the name of this damn thing?
It's the HGVTOC. Come on.
Okay, all right.
The Hilton Grand Vacations Tournament of Champions.
All right. Now
this rolls off the tongue.
It does. This is a unique. Can you imagine that logo just continues to move all the way down your shirt? This is a unique format. They're taking LPGA superstars you had to win last year to be in this thing, and then they pit them up against some celebrities and some other golfers, some amateurs in the space, and then they have their own little tournament here. But then they also have this kind of other tournament. Is that right?
Very similar to the American Express that the men were playing. It was a pro-am format.
Yep.
There were two different divisions. There was a celebrity division, and then of course, there was the player division. Just to give you an idea, there was a great tweet over the weekend. I think it was Grant Boone from the Golf Channel, and he said, just in case you were wondering how good these ladies are, after 3 rounds, Nelly Korda was leading, and I think she was like 13 or 14 under, and the leading celebrity, who they were all playing from the same set of tees, who was like a +2, was like 8 over par.
Yeah.
So he was losing by like 25 shots.
Right, and rightfully so. So what is the reaction? Is it thumbs up? Is it meh? Are we where are we at?
Oh, great event, great venue, thumbs up for sure. Timing and everything. I might want to have a whiteboard meeting about that. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Maybe this is the time of year that they go overseas, so that way, just like the DP World Tour, we're waking up to the golf rather than watching it during football.
Right.
They were smart about it. They played very early, both on Saturday and Sunday, and they were on the Golf Channel. So you and I can't complain about that.
Nope.
But at the end of the day, this weekend and next weekend, as you can see, even the PGA Tours reacted to that. I know we'll get to that in a minute, but it's tough. It's really tough to go up against this juggernaut.
Yeah. So there was also a couple key points from the week that I read, which is that there was some. And you alluded to it a second ago, that they're in the golf Twitter world, which is terrible. It's just a terrible space for the most part. People saying, "Hey, well, I could play with the LPGA. I could play with these ladies if I'm playing up at these tees. If I'm blah 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 blah." Right? At the end of the day, these ladies are unbelievable, and until you get up against it and are pitted up against them, even the 100th in the world is going to lay sod over your score. And that's what happened. These are these celebrities and these amateurs that were in this thing weren't bad golfers. They were all either plus handicaps or right at scratch, and they were getting annihilated. I think Mulder and Smoltz and some of the ex-baseball players who are always lauded for their incredible golf talent, they look like hacks out there, 100%. This was a stick and hack event in its purest form, and I was happy to see it because it's cool and to be humbled like that. Is pretty special, but it really does showcase, until you're right up against it, how good these ladies are.
Hey, I was happy for Danielle Kang. It's good for American golf. I was touting her earlier in the week. I wrote about her. I said, this is somebody to keep an eye on. She's good at restarts. She didn't win in 21. At the restart for COVID for 2020, she went back-to-back. I just thought she had a chance to do something decent, and she came out with a 4-shot victory over Brooke Henderson. Congrats to her. LPGA has started. We have the PGA Tour champions. We have the DP World Tour. We got all sorts of good things going on, Adam. It's awesome.
Cowboy won the Champions Tour. My boy Jimenez,
the mechanic.
Yeah, now I call him the Cowboy because he's a man's man. I'm trying to move his nickname from the mechanic to the Cowboy. So far, I'm the only person in America calling him the Cowboy, but he won the Champions Tour, so congratulations to him. Let's move on. And DP World, who won that thing?
Thomas Peters. Now, here's a guy, I was tweeting about this the other day, might be the best golf swing in the world. All right, he played at Illinois. He was great. He was good at Hazeltine in what was the 2018 Ryder Cup. Everybody's like, this guy's the next up and coming. Then he started breaking clubs. He went nuts. He plays golf like you. I mean, it's all in his head. And the guy is world class. Right. So he's now won twice in the last like 80 days on the DP World Tour, which we got to give a name for at some point. You know,
yeah, I don't even know what it is, but I love it.
Well, it's the European Tour. But at the end of the day, Thomas Pieters is now top 50 in the world, so we're going to start to see him in WGCs and the Masters and places like that. Love this guy's golf swing, love his game, and he's fiery, which means you love him too. So
I love him. I love him. I need to research him a little bit. All right, we can move on. This is the PGA Farm. What? More?
One more quick winner. Korn Ferry Tour last week. Your man, lead singer from the Digital Underground, Akshay Bayada, right? The guy that looks just like the guy in the Humpty Dance video, right? 19 years old, won his Korn Ferry Tour debut in the Bahamas with his girlfriend on the bag who has no golf knowledge.
Not only that, there's a early tee story that's going to be coming out this week on Stick and Hack about that very thing. How he met her, what her reaction was to responding to the, hey, do you want to caddy for me? She has. When we say no golf knowledge, this isn't Adam Grubb golf knowledge. This is literal no golf knowledge, and helping him navigate this course. Now this guy is the up and coming. He is the phenom. He moved to a pro right away. His story is remarkable. His name is incredible. Everything about this dude is something we want to keep our eyes on, and we could probably dedicate an entire 15-minute segment just to him. We won't, because it doesn't need that quite yet. But he is a good story, and be on the lookout for a little bit more detail on that chance meeting between him and his caddy girlfriend. It's not the Lee Westwood caddy girlfriend, caddy wife situation. This is.
Well, wait. Yeah. It wasn't a chance meeting. He slid right into her DMs on Instagram. I mean, the Humpty Dance is your chance to do the hump, man. This guy jumps in there. He sought her out.
Keith, that is the entire essence of the piece that is running this week that you have just now, spoiler alert, ruined. The whole point was, hey, chance meeting, and then people are like, oh, what happened? Did they bump into each other at the street? Now what? People aren't going to read it.
Hey, man, this is live.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
This is live. What do you want from me? You know?
All right, let's move on. Pga Farmers Insurance, which is the official kickoff of the real tournaments of the PGA. It is always it's at Torrey Pines, per usual. Tigers won it 227 times. This is the weekend, and the PGA did something that we alluded to a second ago. They are starting this tournament midweek, and they're saying, hey, this is going to be a 4-day tournament, but we're not going to go up against the AFC and NFC championship games on Sunday. That's ridiculous. Nobody's going to watch this damn thing. How do we do that? Let's just start it a day earlier, which means that people are out there now preparing for Wednesday, right? So Wednesday, they start this tournament, 4 days, the PGA Farmers Insurance. This is the first time they've done it this way, though?
First time that the PGA Tour has ever moved something like this. I mean, I know it is 2022, Adam. Mm-hmm. But the world's still spinning, man. This is unbelievable stuff, you know? And, I mean, they're West Coast, so for you and I, it's primetime Saturday finish. If there's any sort of drama, the PGA Tour is going to come out on top of that. I mean, you could just 2 thumbs up automatically on Monday for me because, I mean, it's huge for them to do this. It's so smart.
Okay, so the story is not necessarily the event itself. The story here, the reaction is basically that the PGA had the foresight. This is not something they made a decision over the weekend, like, hey, should we move this thing? They made this decision in September of last year, and they knew they were looking at the schedule. They had some forethought to move this thing a day earlier so they wouldn't compete against the football, which at that point we didn't realize that the football would be as amazing as it is. This is a good move for them. It is a great tournament. It's Torrey Pines. So many storylines there. Who do you got to win?
Out at Torrey Pines?
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
It's live, baby. It's live. So I need it.
Okay, so from the favorites, I like JT. I don't like that his odds are so low. He's right there with Rahm. Long shot, Luke List. There you go. 80-1.
Whoa.
Luke
My
List.
Man, Luke List.
Yeah, put him on your list, Adam.
I will indeed, sir. You can find more startling revelations from Read the Line, readtheline.com. Keith Stewart, on your bets and DFS and everything else. Go to Read the Line with Keith Stewart. You can get some insider information, much like we just did seconds ago. Put him on your list, Luke List. this weekend for the Pga Farmers Insurance. All right, God, we're running out of time here, Keith. I got a bonus react for you, though. Tyrrell Hatton, DP World Tour. He hit a 1 yard strip of fairway. If you've not seen it yet on some racetrack, he and a couple other guys, Rory and somebody else, Colin probably, all three trying to hit a 1 yard wide fairway with a driver. After several attempts, Tyrrell Hatton finally did it. And then that was big news, exciting. And then over the weekend, he started complaining about some other things around the tournament and the course and other things. He had a big weekend of highs and lows. One might call it a stick and hack weekend.
One could. I mean, honestly, if you ever get a chance to watch Tyrrell Hatton play golf, tune in, lock and load. That guy, he's always got one in the chamber, man. You don't know when he's going to fire. It's awesome. Kudos. I mean, you always got to give kudos and a big thumbs up to the European Tour or the DP World Tour for always coming up with these insane challenges for these guys. And then the guys buy in. You got Rory, Colin, and Tyrrell there to hit a 1 yard strip of fairway. And who knows how long it took because they edited it down to like 5 minutes. But if you watch it, just the passion involved in everything. The time they gave the one guy, I think it was Andy Sullivan, 500 shots to make a hole in one, and then he made one. And, you know, he was running down. I mean, it's just, that's what makes golf so compelling. I mean, 17 seconds and Patrick Mahomes. You know, I mean, that's what we all want to see. Kudos to them for doing it. Tyrrell Hatton, the guy's a live wire. You know, I mean, take him or leave him. But at the end of the day, it's all exciting. It's been a great weekend. Adam, it's live, man. Let's roll.
Keith Stewart from ESPN Radio New York and co-host with me here on Stick and Hack Reacts. I'm Adam Grubb. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being a part of this. It was a huge weekend, big weekend coming up. I would love to say go Bills, but I can't because they screwed it. It's a bad deal for the Bills. However, the Chiefs will be yet again in the championship playoffs. So good for them, I guess. All right, Keith, that's it for us. You have yourself a great day. Godspeed and good luck to you.
Enjoy the grub for lunch, Adam.